In this lesson, we're going to think about how ancient civilizations handled environmental issues. It's an important social studies skill to be able to think about how these ancient civilizations overcame problems in their environment and were able to live there despite these problems. When we think about environmental problems, it's good to think of two things: problem and then a solution. I am going to go through a few of the problems that the Inca civilization faced, and we're going to think about how they were able to solve these problems. The first problem that the Inca civilization faced is that they settled in the Andes Mountains, where there was limited flat land for farming. This made it very difficult for them to grow crops. As a solution to this, the Inca civilization came up with terracing. Terracing was creating steps on a mountainside, so that way they would be able to farm on flat land in an area that was usually too hilly and soil used to wash down it. So this was a problem, not having enough farmland, which was turned into a solution with terracing. Let's take a look at another problem. The Incas also had very dry farmland. It was way too dry for them to grow crops. In order for them to solve this problem, their solution was creating aqueducts. Aqueducts brought water in from the mountainside. These aqueducts led the water from the mountains right into their villages, so that way they would have enough water to water their crops. Their next problem was that traveling through their mountainous area that they lived in was very, very difficult, and they wanted to be able to communicate with each other throughout their empire. So as a solution, what they decided to do was build 19,000 miles of roads to travel throughout and manage their empire, and the roads stretched throughout their entire empire from north to south. A final problem that the Incas faced were deep canyons and gorges over the Inca rivers that made it impossible to transport people and goods across. As a solution, what they decided to do was build rope bridges. These rope bridges helped them link very distant and remote areas together, so that way they can travel across. As you could see from this lesson, it's very important to think about the problems that civilizations face and come up with solutions that match these problems and help them find a way around them.